Alright, welcome to the video, guys. We are going to be looking at the T100LT on Siegfried line, and I finally researched the T100LT. I really like this tank, but it's been trolling me, and let me just vent to you guys for a little bit. 5 battles I played in this tank the first day I got it. 5 battles. I averaged 2,300 damage, a 60-something% win rate, 3,800 W and 8. Okay. Played the next 5 battles. I went down to maybe 2,000 some damage and some change, still at a 60-something% win rate. 10 battles, averaging over 2,000 damage, and I was very happy. Fast forward to yesterday, I played about 30 some battles in this vehicle, and to tell you that matchmaking was unkind would be very, very generous of a statement, right? I'm telling you, yesterday was one of the worst sessions and worst bad luck and just worst BS that I have ever seen in my career of World of Tanks. The first 10 battles, again, 60-something% win rate, over 2,000 damage a game. I am now averaging in this tank 1,590 damage per game and a 40% win rate, if that gives you an idea of how bad those 30-some games were. I played quite a few battles towards the end of the night, but the first 21 battles I played that day, 14 of them were losses. And you can say whatever you want about this. You can look at someone's W and 8, you can look at the win rate, you can do all these things. Over the course of hundreds and hundreds of battles, it will kind of balance itself out, like I always tell you. But if you are looking at someone's performance and they have even under 100 battles in a tank, you really cannot assess how good of a player they are, because I am telling you, the matchmaking I was getting into, the teams that I was getting on, there would be like 3 tanks left on my team, and I would be still looking for damage. That's how quick the games would end. I lost 2/3 of the games I played, and I was still performing fairly well on it. There was a couple of mistakes I made, a couple of bad games I had, but when you can sit down and you have a 33% win rate in a tank, and you could sit down and go, I really can't think of many places where I made mistakes, you know that that's matchmaking, right? That is just pure bad matchmaking. And like, my skills didn't change overnight, right? Like I told you guys, over 2,000 damage a game, over 60% win rate. That was the first two days that I played this tank, even though it was less battles. And then literally the next day or 2 days later, 33% win rate. And like I said, I can keep talking about this, but I can't make this stuff up, guys. A lot of this is just pure matchmaking and bad luck and all that stuff. So anyway, let's get on with this game. We're on Siegfried line. I'm with the Char, and T100LT was here. I realized that I take a blind shot there. I'm not spotted, so I'm going to move up on this map. The score is 2-4. We're down by quite a bit of HP. I'm thinking that likely this is going to be a loss, but we're going to keep trying, right? Eventually, I come up here. I spot the T100LT. There he is. I'm going to get a shot to his track there, and unfortunately, these people miss him. He's kind of sticking around this area. I'm not really sure what... Oh, he is tracked. Okay. Someone else must have tracked him. The accuracy on this tank, guys, not very good. Not very good. You will miss some wide open shots from a couple hundred meters out. It will happen. Nothing much you can really do about that, other than, you know, just keep shooting, right? There's just nothing you can do. You just have to keep trying to get your shots, and luckily into the phase 1 we're getting a lot of good shots here. And I apologize for fast forwarding, but I have so many videos to do today, guys, so I'm just trying to get through these. Char is here, and you're just going to kind of see me taking a bunch of shots at these guys, right? I'm going to take a blind shot there at the Char, and eventually I'm going to push up. We're bringing this game back. Look, we were just down by like 5,600 HP, right, guys? Unless I'm making that up and I was seeing things, this game is now tied, and we're now winning by tanks as well. So, 3650 HP we're now up. What an incredible turnaround. We're now up by 4K. Look at this, guys. I mean, this is just unbelievable. And this is how I'm going to play this. If you're ever coming up here and you're not really sure where to bounce that shot, and you're not really sure where to put yourself, what I try and do is one of two things. I will either rush down this line, or I will knock this tree down. As long as it hasn't been knocked down before, I will knock this tree down. And what you can do, as long as this is open, is sit in this area by where the trees are knocked down, and you can kind of spot things here. You might be able to spot someone in this area. Unfortunately, I don't think it was the case here, but I did my best regardless. So game is still pretty close. The HP is still pretty close. The Char's here, and eventually I'm just going to say, screw it. I'm going to go after the Char because I think that they don't have a lot of tanks here left, anymore. And the T100 was really the only one that was left over here. So I'm going to get a shot to the Char. I'm coming around this way, and we spot the M53-55, and Artie ends up cleaning him up. Unfortunately, I didn't get the kill. And now at this point, I'm thinking likely we are going to win this game. I'm going to clean up Artie here, and we're up by HP. And this should be, a pretty easy win at this point. So I'm going to run over the mound here. I have for whatever reason, I hit these things all the time. It's just the way it is. E50 or E100 is here, and yeah, we're gonna spank this guy in the rear. And usually, you can light these things on fire. I would say like 1 in every 4 or 5. I think the chance of fire is 20%. But like as long as you hit the middle backside of an E100, usually you can light them on fire. I usually do that. So I'm going to take a shot from this guy at this point. Like, I don't care. Getting shots into his side plate. And yeah, these tanks have a lot of armor, guys. Like, even the side plate, sometimes you can bounce. T100 is here. We're going to go after the T100. Let's go after this guy. Here we go. Give you my view for this nice ram. And yeah, I'm kind of just wiggling my gun here. Someone else cleans him up there, the sharpshooter, and there you go, guys. 3,393 damage, 3 kills, 860 spotting damage, and let's take a look at the end plates. So this was a first-class game. 1,072 spotting, 3,393 damage, no blind shots, unfortunately. 1,090 experience, and we're up top there. And I was running premium. We only lost 10k, but we did bank 5, so really we didn't lose much here. And yeah, look at this, guys. The first 2 battles I played, 50% win rate, 2,311 average damage, and this continued on for a few games. Hopefully, I will be able to redeem myself in the coming days and be able to play this tank a little better. But honestly, I played it good. I didn't play it great, but sometimes the matchmaking is just so unkind, guys, and I just felt like nothing was going my way. I would go to one place and 10 guns would be on me when normally in most games they aren't. I would get lit on fire here. I would get racked over there. And yeah, it's just the accuracy on this tank will troll you too. You can see it's 0.42 dispersion if you look here. 0.42 dispersion. The aiming time is decent, but yeah, this gun is not very accurate. So definitely keep that in mind and try not to get annoyed. I was so mad yesterday. Probably the most mad I've ever been at this game. I just was so frustrated and so done with this game. But then towards the end, I started playing having better games in the tank. I think the last 3 or 4 games, I was averaging close to 2,000 damage again, and a couple thousand spotting. So it is what it is, guys. Don't get mad at the matchmaker. It's always been like that, and you're just going to have some crap days and some better days. That's it, guys. I'll see you for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye now.